Ding! And let's get going. By the way, it's Friday. Howdy and hello. Don't worry. Nobody wants to be here. Simon's got a pipe sale. Howdy Big B, or also the Mighty M. Howdy Mike. How's it going today? By the way, in case anybody is interested in other programming, still in the English language, last I checked, Simon has a pipe sale. Simon has a pipe sale going on right now, at least last I checked. And I'm not going to feel bad if y'all run over there, because well, his pipes are better than mine. Howdy Everett, how are you doing today? So it's just me and the Canadians. Let's talk about hockey, eh? If you feel like it. So, how we doing today, fellas? Doing fantastic, Mr. Everett. Doing fantastic. Y'all know me. I like to be early. So about 30 minutes ago, I'm upstairs. I truck everything down here. Getting set up. Just get everything really kind of situated, you know. And I've got a cup here with some coffee, in case I feel like coffee. And I've got a drink that I've been working on since noon. Because somebody told me I had to go to McDonald's. But hey, anything with the name Donald in it, shit, it's gotta be good. No. It was adequate. Awesome, awesome. Got a question. Will she also be wanting to learn how to smoke a cigar? Teaching a girl to smoke a cigar is actually obscene. But if you can get them past the obscenity portion, teaching a girl to smoke a cigar is actually very easy. Here, put just the tip of this in your mouth and suck on it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say that to a girl you're interested in. And unless she's really interested in you, you just lost. And if Martin's here, I now have a new sound bite. I don't care. Go ahead, Martin, use it. But that's actually the truth. And I hate having to say that to a girl in such a way. But girls smoking a cigar is sexy. And if they know what it looks like to most men, then at least they can take full advantage of that. We had a ladies' night where I used to work. And I used to tell these ladies, look, smoking a cigar can be a very sensual thing. Put all your senses into it. How does the cigar feel? Not just with your hand, but when it touches your mouth. How does the smoke feel as it's rolling around in your mouth? Not just what does it smell like. There's a lot that goes into it. What's the smoke look like as it blossoms out and as it floats away and starts to stream out? There's a really lot that goes into smoking a cigar. But when you try to teach a woman to smoke a cigar, at least try to make her aware, this is what it's going to look like, so you might as well be aware of it. Ganjuana, howdy sir, how is Nebraska? This just happens to be the second live that Ganjuana has caught me today. My first one, I was stamping a pipe. I like to stain black, sand back, stamp it, and then dye it yellow. So that if the stamp has created any kind of a small crack or anything, it turns yellow with the dye, and it doesn't look terribly out of place. So yes, getting back to, as I said, when you're trying to teach a woman to smoke a cigar, go ahead and cut the cap for her. And then tell her just like I told you. Here, put just the tip of this in your mouth and suck on it. chances of you ever dating that girl again or her being interested in you ever again are pretty slim. But if she's still around after the cigar, you've got a chance. When you think you're out and it pulls you back in. So back to why this particular tailgate almost didn't happen. 2 reasons. So I bring everything down here to the front. Now remember, there's a pipe, a small tin that I use for drying tobaccos. Remember, this is Houston. You have to dry your tobaccos extensively. What I put in there on Monday will still be drying out on Friday. I brought a drink and another drink, and then I brought some water out for my cat because he's afraid of one of my nieces. Gamecock Piper, howdy sir. You're gonna like some of this that's coming up. Hang in here, I promise. All right, sweating because it's like 90 degrees and humid, and my body has not acclimatized yet to it being summer, even though for all intensive purposes it's summer. All right, sorry, wild tangent. Back to what I was saying. I get down out here, lighter, tablet, something I have to talk about, cord to keep my phone plugged in, the thing that goes into the wall. Paul the Piper, howdy and hello. I take it that Simon has finished his pipe sale. Or if not, then what in the hell are you doing here, Paul? Don't worry about it. Paul, love having you here. So I get down here. Just after I get everything set up, just about the way I like it, and I'm starting to type things in, and I'm like, all right, let's get in the mood, try to set the good mood so that we can have a good time. My mother-in-law comes out with the youngest one. They're going to put chalk all over the sidewalk. I mean it. Look, let's see. See that spot right there out in the middle? Let's see if I can get my finger to more or less touch it. There it is, right there. See that one? Yeah. They started to come out here and draw on with chalk right after I got set up. So I picked everything up and carted it to the backyard. Now remember, I do have big hands, but some of this stuff is kind of delicate and I don't want to drop it. So I make 3 trips, including the little chair that I'm sitting on. And we get out there to the backyard. And I set up in my little normal spot, way in the back. Nothing there, except for there's a swing set 10 feet from me. And I make it a rule that I don't actively smoke right next to little kids. It's my own personal rule. I do that for myself. One, it keeps kids from saying, "Ooh, what's that?" and touching the burnt embers and lighting themselves on fire, causing squeals of pain. The other thing is, you know what, it's an adult hobby and I don't need to be floating smoke right at the kids. Just happens to be. Just bought a house yesterday. I can't afford Simon's pipe ashes right now. Oh, damn. Well, Ganjuana, congratulations on the house. That's always a big step. I remember my first one, and there's times where I still feel like I'm paying for it. Howdy, Todd. Howdy, Eddie. Listening while you drive home. Not a problem, Eddie. So as I was saying, I'm sitting, 5-6 feet away from the swing set. Met the Irish Piper. Howdy, sir. Welcome to my channel. Not sure you've ever been here before, but if not, hey, this is a normal Thursday, kind of a fun thing. Pipe Monkey Gary, howdy, sir. We're getting to that, Pipe Monkey. We're getting to that. Just a second. So, Volunteer Piper. And I'm getting to that also. Oh my God. For those of you who are not following the live shows this week, you've missed out on so much great content. I am going to have to explain some things. This might get wordy. Buckle up. So I'm in the backyard, right by the swing set. Guess who shows up right by the swing set? That's right, the littlest one. She now wants to swing because there's ants on the front walk. Well, they're coming after the little bits of grass and the little bits of leaves that are sometimes blown in off the yard, and they happen to be out here on the front yard. They're not fire ants, but for a little kid, 6 years old, they burn like a fire ant, so oh my God. Yeah, it's not the greatest environment. But I've already moved all the way to the backyard. Now suddenly they're in the backyard. It's my mother-in-law who hates smoke. And my youngest niece, who I won't smoke around unless she's just passing through. So now I grab up everything and I run it all to the front yard as fast as I can go so that I can get set up and online in time for y'all. Then I check the YouTube feed and I noticed that Simon's having a live pipe sale, and I was like, screw it, ain't nobody gonna be there. I can be late. Typed it in, said to hell with it, and away I go. Which brings us to now here. This is not a fountain Pepsi, as Willie would say. That is a fountain Dr. Pepper, because my wife told me to go get McDonald's. Today, actually, not today. It was 2 days ago, but I didn't have the time or ability to get it all in with everything else that I was doing. And if you see me wiping my face, it's because I'm sweating. Our good friend, Ben Greenman. We've seen him on Martin's live feed. He sent me something. That's right. Let's see if we can't get it to zoom in on that. Spicy sriracha roasted cricket snacks. Now we know I like spicy, right? I've been known to have a little bit of a spicy stream. I've been able to say I'm just a little bit nuts, but I'm not death on it. But yes, I've got spicy sriracha crickets. So not tonight, but a week from now, after Mike ends his show, we're gonna eat some spicy. Well, I'm gonna eat some spicy sriracha crickets. I don't expect that they will actually be spicy. In fact, quite honestly, I'm pretty sure they're going to be just barely mild. But what am I supposed to tell you? Some people, like the letter from Ben Greenman, said they can barely handle Frank's Red Hot sauce. Or Frank's Hot Sauce. Anyways, their motto is they put that shit on everything. No.
Oh, okay.
My niece's mother. Okay. So I'm married to my wife, and her brother, his wife, and him had children. So what does that make her to me? Like, pretty much nothing. Gamecock, I'm right there with you. I would definitely do the Reaper squeezins. Yeah. But that's not what was sent. People want to send me some crazy stuff, and I'm willing to give it a shot, mostly. I mean, if it doesn't get me evicted for making it so gross that everybody can't stand to be inside the same house as me. I've got one whisker here that's bugging the crap out of me, and it's gonna go. Nope, I guess that fixed it. I don't think I'm gonna get the pipe lit. I'm gonna have to just wait until Mike's show. There's too much to talk about. It's crazy. I can't get it all in. That's fine. No, we're not going with spicy pubic hair. That's pretty much not going to happen. And besides that, it's only spicy if you grow them that way. And I know that you can't handle enough spice, Paul, for it to actually grow that way. Though you could try doing a live Death Nuts challenge and maybe prove me wrong. Huva ilta, Boris. And it has to actually be FDA approved food substances. So go ahead. I'm just giving you the option to make your play at it, but good Lord. And yes, Boris, I am not eating surströmming or green shark or whatever it is. And what's that one fruit that's supposed to smell like death warmed over? I'm pretty much not doing that. I've got to actually live with women, and sorry. Okay, so durian, yes. I knew somebody remembered it. There's a reason I didn't remember it. It'll keep you alive. If there's nothing left to eat, it'll keep you alive. But it will smell really, really horrible. Oh well. So last night, we had Eddie Gray. He had a show, and it started, sort of, and went to this Zoom meeting that morphed into a music meeting that stretched into awkward silences. Now, I'm not going to mention why or who that was, but I am going to give just a little bit of I'm going to give a piece of advice for anybody who's out there that's going to be coming up and asking questions. When you are asking questions of Mike or Eddie or any of these people that actually work for the pipe, cigar, tobacco industry, asking their opinions on items that you think that they're going to give you a bad recommendation is bad, because they might have a relationship with one of those companies later on or earlier on, and they might have some sort of a breach of contract there by even mentioning it. So they try very hard to be very diplomatic about their answers because they don't want to lose the damn money. Now, you can ask me these questions because I will not be working in the pipe industry for anybody but, maybe myself. And you can ask me about tobaccos because I don't have a problem telling you the truth. I'm not going to be popular enough that anybody's ever going to send me money for my opinions. If you don't believe me, notice the fact that I'm still under 300 subs, and I've been at this for 3 years. And as Briar Blues just pointed out, it can and will be held against you later. So if big company wants to sue the ever-loving dog snot out of you, and they have enough money to do it, and they feel like you have caused damage to their product/name, which is an international thing, and you can go to court for it, and it can take a big, wet, juicy bite out of your ass. And let's just say, if you will write the question down first, and you will sit there and go, okay, maybe if I actually get them to answer that, they might be legally liable for some sort of damages. Maybe I shouldn't ask that question. Now, I'm not trying to sit there and hurt anybody's feelings. I'm really not. But you're going to really run into these uncomfortable silences as somebody has to think of the most diplomatic way to say, that pipe is not worth the fucking money you're going to spend. I might say that. Because what are they going to sue me for? Nothing. I'm not actually a expert on anything except for boilers and somewhat on electricity. Yeah, so it's one of those. I'm just trying to really slow down the amount of these questions that come into people who actually work in that industry, that it becomes really hard for them to continue to make these conversations when they are having to stop and just go, how do I answer that? Oh God, I can't answer that, and keep everybody's opinion of me accurate and still have the conviction that I'm actually answering the correct question. So, if you feel like you're going to ask those questions, go ahead, but ask me. Spurgeon Piper, howdy, sir. Exactly. Briar Blues says it very well. It's called Cover Your Ass. Now, like I said, 300 subs, nobody sees me. I'm not a threat. I'm never going to be a threat. I'm too abrasive for most people. Oh, Paul, I'm not saying what happened. I'm just trying to give some etiquette for those people who are doing these YouTube lives, or, well, they're visiting these YouTube lives, or they're visiting Zoom meetings, and they start asking series of questions, which the questioning, the way they're phrasing the question can leave somebody like Eddie or Mike in very bad situation if that was ever to be seen by the wrong person or the right person, as the case may be. And that's a quick way to get Mike removed from YouTube or Eddie removed from YouTube. And, you know, I like visiting with them too. So I'm trying to make sure that certain things don't get completely destroyed just by people not first putting just a small modicum of thought into their questions. And I'm not saying you have to really think it all the way through before you ask a question, but think about where that question can end up in a legal situation. And then if you still absolutely have to ask that question, just be prepared for the uncomfortable silences or that look of, I want to reach through this screen and just strike you or choke you or do something bad to you. Okay, enough of that. Sorry. Just remember, people like to sue the crap out of people for saying that their product is not as good as another product. Exactly. Okay. Let's move on to something else, why don't we? Something a little less depressing. Did we all see Flat Cap Piper and Lady Fire popping the top on some sangria? I'm telling you right now, I was laughing hysterically. And then I was distracted by the floats in the pool. But then I was laughing. And it was cool. It was great. It was a great show. They're on for 30 minutes. They've made a video. And then they watch the video at the same time you do. And they text back and forth. They have a giveaway that happens, or at least a pop quiz about the show that happens. And it's actually very entertaining. Now look, guys, let's be honest. Y'all get tired of looking at things that look like this. Lady Fire's real easy on the eyes. I'm not going to say that she's a 10. But she's pretty damn close, if not. And she's got a great personality. And they get in there and they talk. And they put together a small video, and boom, then it's out there for the world to see. It's actually really freaking fantastic. Give them a shot. It's on Flat Cap Piper. That's flat as in the top of my head, cap as in why I'm wearing a cap, and Piper because, well, Piper. And then we get to the Nashville Mafia. I thought I had... Yes, Mike. I agree with you wholeheartedly. But as I said, we get to the Nashville Mafia. I thought I had laughed as much as I could laugh. I figured John was going to be in his rocking chair. I figured there would be some Largo smoked. I kind of had a theory that there would be some weird and funny shenanigans. Oh no. Oh no. It started with Captain Black Grape. And then after a little while, the lava lamp proves that lava lamps are for lovers. And if you don't have any clue what I'm talking about, go back, watch their video from yesterday. Oh my God.
Is that like a Mazzola party?
I don't know about a Mazzola party. My wife has asked a question. Oh, they love it when you chime in, especially when you wreck me. These guys love it when that happens. No, the lava lamp decided to go phallic.
Oh, okay.
Like 10-inch hanging straight down. And people were leaving in couples, left, right, and sideways. It was the weirdest thing. Normally Glenn shows up and things get funnier. Oh no, Glenn showed up and it was more like, Glenn, you're too late to be funny. All the funny shit's already happened. It was absolutely hilarious. Don't worry, Boris. The kitchen is downstairs and I sleep upstairs, so I'm going to hear her walking on the stairs with the cast iron skillet.
Why?
They're all waiting for the cast iron frying pan.
Why?
They figure that I'm going to do something sooner or later that'll piss you off and then you will take a swing at me. Don't worry, you will not see it. One second I will be here, the next second I will be over there, wondering what in the hell hit me. I've seen her swing a frying pan. I don't want it to happen. And as I've said,
This is lies, all lies.
she also has guns.
That's right, you're more likely to hear the click than you are to hear the footstep.
You heard it here first. I am more likely to hear the click than I am to hear the footsteps. Yeah. We'll hear it anyways, yes. Gong. It'll sound like a Metallica song. Or maybe an AC/DC song. It'd be one of them or the other.
Sandman's accurate.
Oh yes, Enter Sandman. Yes. Now, as she lays me out to sleep, begging for my jaw not to be wired shut. Oh wait, that's not the song. That's not how the song goes. Damn it. But yes, just in case anybody wants to know, Everett is no longer the only grape ape in the house. Willie has at least shown up with his Severus Snape haircut and said, I'm going to take some of that title too. That's right. Boris knew which song I was talking about. Hell's Bells. Now, when I tell y'all that the lava lamp went phallic, I mean, it was porn professional series. You won't believe it unless you've seen it. Now, of course, John, who was wearing his Ronald McDonald jersey, and if you don't believe me, that his Ronald McDonald jersey, just look at this M and think about that jersey John was wearing last night. It definitely had a mind of its own last night, Willie. That whole stream had a mind of its own. It went not just off the rails, but off the rails and then up a dirt road. It didn't miss a beat. It just kept trucking. Oh, it's supposed to be Valencia. Well, Valencia is orange. What's the hell with the mustard yellow? It was Batman Goes corn dog jersey. Now, Matt, it really kind of depends on who you ask if Captain Black grape is that bad. If you ask the people of Nashville, according to the survey I took last night, you will get mixed results, about 50-50. Yeah, it definitely took Grandma's barn door down, if nothing else. Oh, Valencia's logo has a bat. Well, that's baseball. Why would a soccer team want a baseball logo? Might as well go get Bacardi. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was a negative 15. Mike, you know you were laughing hysterically also. There were people that walked by during the Nashville Mafia show, and they thought I was going insane. Because I was laughing so loud, out loud, right out here, and there's no reason for it, but the show was hilarious. If you have been needing anything to laugh about in the last week, go back and watch that show, and then show up next Wednesday, because, yes, it is that worth it. Now, if you start with Eddie Gray and you go to the end of the Nashville Mafia show, be prepared. You're going to be sitting down for about 5 hours. It is what it is. But it's going to be an enjoyable 5 hours. Exactly, Mike. It smells like Chuck E. Cheese. And then he looks down and sees he's the one in the clown's outfit. Well, Gary, I'm going to say that probably Captain Black Grape is best in the cellar. Way in the cellar. But if you ask Willie, he'll tell you it was pretty good. It wasn't that bad. You can't hardly taste the grape at all. Corn dog on a stick. I knew something reminded me of that. So many months ago, I read a article of various things people were saying on Twitter, and one of the things that some people were saying was there was a comment to Sonic, who said Sonic is a fast food chain. If you've never heard of it, don't worry about it. But one of their items for sale is corn dogs on a stick. And one of the guys came up and said, "Hey Sonic, what the hell? Supposed to be a corn dog. My pregnant wife starts eating it and she almost chokes to death on a piece of wood." And somebody replied back to the guy, "Dude, tell your wife to slow the fuck down. I know she's eating for two, but she doesn't have to chew on the wood that's inside of a corn dog on a stick." Corn dog. Corn dog is a hot dog or small sausage, normally not much bigger around than what your thumb would be, but it won't fit like into a pipe, not a good corn dog. And then you batter it in a corn batter and you deep fry it. With a little bit of mustard. Nice, good, tasty snack. Now, you got to remember, there's okay, that's a batter sausage. Makes sense. That's basically what it is. But yes, some dude wrote in that his pregnant wife almost choked on some wood that was inside the hot dog. And somebody snarky to hit him back with, "Tell your wife to slow the fuck down." The sad part is I wish I had thought of it. Oh, I know. I'm horrible. Yes, I'm horrible. That's okay. Ah, now the real test of somebody's fortitude has come into play. Captain Black Grape is the worst. Unless you've had Largo Menthol. Hit him again, Willie. Hit him again. Not a problem, Mike. It has been so much fun having you on here, and you know I'm going to be hanging with you here in a minute. It's dropped 4 whole degrees. I'm not sweating quite as bad right now. It's only 86 degrees and freaking enough humidity to feel like you're inside somebody's mouth. Scott, there are a lot of things I can't imagine either, but Largo has become a big punchline at the Nashville Mafia, and I'm just gonna say it. Y'all haven't lived until y'all have had death nuts. Okay, I didn't have level 5, but I at least got to level 3. Go ahead, get to level 3 and then tell me that I punked out. I'm not gonna just tell everybody that it's the end all beat all, because I'm sure something will come out hotter than that. Gamecock, I'm telling you, brother, 2 million Scovilles is nothing. I quit at the 5 million Scovilles mark. And I'm pretty sure I could have gotten the next one, but according to what I was reading, the next level up was 8 million Scovilles on a very small handful of peanuts. And my face was already trying to match these red bricks. Like a chameleon, I was just turning red. There were tears of joy in my eyes. Actually, it was tears, and I'm not sure where they came from. I'm pretty sure they just steamed on out. Yeah, the 13 million... I'm going to... Look, I'm not going to try and tell y'all that you can't do it. There are people that have done it. What I will tell you is that it's one thing to say, I'm game. It's a whole nother thing to say, I'm game, and then do it on a live stream. Don't be excited. Be afraid. Be very afraid. And I will suggest, this is just a suggestion, that you learn how hot coffee helps to remove the Scovilles. Willie, they just kind of coat them with a powder of certain very extremely hot capsaicin filled peppers until they become so coated that let's just say that if you were to touch one of those peanuts, just touch it, just touch, and then you accidentally rubbed your eye before you washed your hands, you would probably go to the hospital. Oh yeah, YTPC already has the 5 nut challenge. It is the death nut challenge. You're welcome to go farther than I did if you dare. I will go to the 3rd level because I already have. I've proven that I can. And then I sat around and smoked a pipe and enjoyed everybody's company. Gamecock, you're brave, but don't be mad at me when it shows up as an oh my god kind of thing. Scott, quite honestly, nobody really needs anything that hot. 1.5 million Scovilles is the hottest police approved pepper spray at this point in time that's allowed on planet Earth. I basically said, see, now that's where everybody has this weird... Everybody's worried about it coming out the other end. Quite honestly, the only thing you've ever felt spicy that came out the other end has been the seeds of whatever pepper that you tried. Seeds do not digest inside of you before they come out. If you're not eating the seeds, you will not feel any of the heat on the other end. Now, it might be warm in your belly until it all gets out, but it's not going to burn. I hear you, Eddie. And Ben, I got him. I did a yabo earlier. Oh, and I stamped a pipe and dyed it yellow. No, I'm not going to show you the pipe. There's not really enough time between right now and when Mike comes on. Oh yeah, Ben, we are going to be eating these bad boys on Thursday, not today, 1 week from now. Let's go 1 week directly after Mike ends his broadcast. Now, I do not expect these to be anything other than tasty and mildly entertainingly warm. And as Gamecock has gone and described it, if you're just talking about the oil of capsaicin, it's actually used in pain relieving medicines. Did I notice what state the bugs are from? Well, it says me, and I think MI is Michigan. MASS is Massachusetts. Why they have to have the whole word ass on their thing, I don't know. I think it might be Maine, because I'm pretty sure it's not Montana. That'd be MN. It's not Mississippi. Which is MS. But that's a whole different ball of wax. MS is just kind of crazy there. Have a good one, Gary. It was fun having you on while you were here. Glad you could be here for all of this. And yes, for anybody that wants to sit there and anybody who really wants to miss out on some really funny shows, y'all remember, y'all been missing out unless you turn the tube on that's YouTube on Wednesdays. I normally don't push those shows as much as I probably should, but I'm gonna try and do better, because if y'all missed out last night, y'all missed out on a lot. It was absolutely hilarious. Okay. Cliff Higgins. That would be Clifton Higgins. DDS. I'm not going to say of which town, but I looked that up too. I found out that he is the bravest man on the planet. Because not only does his wife work for him, his sister-in-law is working for him too. Oh, Ben, something else that I had one time while I was in Maine. I went out to this little bitty town called Bahaba, or Bar Harbor for the rest of us. And I got to sit on the end of a pier right where the lobster boats were coming in and eat lobster, sitting in t-shirt and shorts and some sandals for $5. They served it right into a piece of newspaper. And if you don't know why newspaper, that's because human hands have not actually touched a newspaper other than just the top ends of it. Mic's on? Okay, well, it, for whatever is not showing me that mic's on, I'm going to have to jump out and jump back in. Everybody, y'all have a great one. My system is not working here, and I apologize about that. Okay, so we're going over to Mike's show. Everybody take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Do the best on that as you can. And sorry, Mr. Higgins, but we're leaving you here unless you want to join us over there. And as per always, long lives, big bowls, and long ashes. Long lives, big bowls, and long ashes. Yes, long ashes. Y'all take care, and I will see you soon.